Yo, Raider Nation. It's your boy Graphk Raider, man. The views expressed here are Graphk Podcast. I'm here with my little brother, man. Brandon, man. You already know we here to talk our Raider shit. You know what I'm talking about? What's going on, little bro?
What's good, brother? What's good? How you been, man?
Ah, man, getting to it, man. Taking care of the family, man, and trying to run this bag up as much as possible, bro. You already know what it is.
I hear you, brother. I hear you all the way on that one.
So we here, man, to break down this schedule, man. Earlier in the year, I did a little kind of breakdown, but it's a lot different once you see who you playing week by week. We knew earlier on that who we had at home and who we had on the away games and whatnot. But now it look a little different when you see the teams back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I caught a lot of flack because I'm gonna be honest. We were at 7-9 last year. I said we were gonna be 14-2. I was crazy, crazy as fuck. I'm looking at the schedule now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it look a little more heated. You feel me? So,
Where you got, like where you got us at the end, or you want to kind of go over that at the after going over each game?
yeah. Let's go over it at the end, and we'll see what we got.
Okay.
Week one, man. We in Carolina. We break down just a little bit. New acquisitions. They picked up Teddy Bridgewater. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's at most he's a game manager. I don't think he's really a great quarterback, but I feel like he's a good quarterback.
Yep.
There's just not a lot of weapons over there, bro, outside of Christian McCaffrey, which he's probably the best offensive weapon in the National Football League, period.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I mean, their receiver core is low key ass. They rebuilding on the defensive end, in which they had a great draft though. I like Carolina's draft. But what you think, man? What's your and we don't have to go. We don't have to pick a score. We can just say, what we think's gonna happen.
Honestly, I had us winning that game. Bridgewater, coming in. Even though he did good with the Saints last year, when Drew Brees went out for those, I think 5 games it was, he came in and won. I mean, you got to look at it like the Saints squad, even outside of Drew Brees, is solid. Their defense is solid, right?
Yeah.
They got Michael Thomas, they got Alvin Kamara. So like their team is pretty complete, and they got Sean Payton at head coach. So it's like obviously you're going to be a little bit more limited.
New head coach, new offensive scheme, new offensive line.
I mean, I like Bridgewater. It hurt my heart when I see him, with the whole ACL tear a couple years back, because I really liked him on the Vikings and shit. And I want to see him do good, but I think that he's still unproven in the NFL. So.
At the end of the day, I feel like Carolina's in rebuilding mode. I feel like they may be a 4-12, 3-13 team. So I feel like this is a good way to start the season. I think we run past Carolina. I think we win by at least 2 TDs. You know what I mean? That's just me.
Yeah, I gotta win the game. I gotta win the game for sure.
1-0. Okay. Week 2 in Vegas. The first home game ever against New Orleans. I'm gonna let you take the floor first on this one.
So I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I got us losing our home opener, and it hurts me to say that. But at the same time, Drew Brees and Sean Payton are the truth. They got Michael Thomas, kind of like I just got done saying. They got Alvin Kamara. Their defense is stocked.
They just picked up Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. So they picked up Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, they're just a solid team. I think they've went. I want to say the last 2 or 3 years they've went straight to the NFC Championship, or maybe not this last year, but I know that they had like a few years like
back to back. Yeah.
Was it 3 times back to back or double back to back?
No, it wasn't back to back. Remember the crazy game that happened, the fluke game with Minnesota?
Man,
they've had some mishaps, man. But see, that kind of
and then they had that one game with LA, right, where that call didn't,
that bullshit call.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be them in the Super Bowl. If that call doesn't, if that call gets made, right? And so to me, I got us losing our home opener in Vegas, which hurts my heart to say that. But they're the truth, and I know they're gonna come in and they're gonna mean business, and they're gonna want to wreck our home opener. if we do pull it off, more power to us. But I got us losing that game.
Okay,
It's on Monday Night Football.
Drew Brees is my favorite quarterback in the NFL. Drew Brees is also a year older. He took a step back majorly last year. I got us winning this game, bro. And the reason being, that is going to be an electric night in Vegas, bro. Our first game, coming off a big win against Carolina on the road. I just have this feeling, man, that our fans are going to show up and the players are going to they're going to thrive off their energy, man. It's not saying that we're a better team than New Orleans, because I don't believe we are right now. I believe that we just come in, and we're going to come in and it's going to be a dogfight. You know what I mean? I went to the game in 2016. The Saints were a better team than us at that time, how I felt. We ended up going 12-4 that year. Our defense was terrible. But I also feel like
in that game.
Yeah. But I also feel like I just think like right now, I think Carr knows he has to win over that Vegas crowd. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's just it's on the brightest lights, bro. Monday Night Football, bro. There's nothing bigger than that, bro. Monday night in Vegas. I feel like we pull it out by a point or a field goal. It's going to be a real close game. But I got us 2-0. You got us 1-1.
I got us 1-1 at this point. Yep.
Okay. At New England.
Okay. So at New England, I got us winning this game. There's no Tom Brady. Their defense is still rock solid. They're especially their defensive backfield with McCourty and Gilmore.
Stephon is a beast.
Yeah. But he's arguably one of the best corners in the league for sure. But
probably number one.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, they don't got Tom Brady. I don't know, how that offense. They haven't not had Tom Brady in the last 20 years, excluding 1 year where I think Matt Castle had to step in because of Tom Brady's ACL or whatever. But outside of that, it's been Tom Brady for the last 12 years. I still believe in Belichick. I know he's a good coach, especially good defensive-minded coach. Yeah. But I just don't see them. Honestly, I don't even see them taking that division. I think Buffalo is going to end up taking that division.
I think they run away with that division.
Yeah.
You got us right. That's a dub, right?
Yeah. So I got us winning that game in New England.
I got us winning. It's not going to be a cold game. We don't have to worry about DC pulling up in that winter cold. You know how DC is with them cold games.
He doesn't play too well in the cold.
I know it's their system, man. New England has a system. I think they're going to be okay regardless, but they're not a rookie quarterback behind that line. And let's be honest, man, their defense was great last year, but they also they had a very, very easy schedule that first half of the season. When they started playing competitors, it showed.
One thing that I will say about Belichick and just that coaching staff in general, they're the best at halftime and in-game adjustments that I've probably ever seen. And, for anybody to knock them, you can never not say that that their coaching isn't on point, because they can come in, like I said, halftime, mid-game, situational football and do the right call, make the right call. Mind you, they've had Tom Brady, on the offensive side, and obviously their defense has got better. So it's, defense. But the point is like their adjustments, in-game adjustments, halftime adjustments, situational is spectacular and superb.
Impeccable.
Right?
But point day period, you got a rookie quarterback. Or you're going
exactly.
or you're going with an OG, which you decide, and then, like I said, the offensive line, you have no receivers, man. I feel like we run over New England, man. I feel like we beat them by at least 10 points in New England, man.
Yeah, I got us winning that game. 100%. So I got us at
3-0, 2-1. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Now, this is where it gets a little more tricky right here. Week 4. Buffalo.
4.
At home. Buffalo.
So go ahead. I'll let you take it on this one.
I feel like this is going to be a very low-scoring game because Buffalo's defense is probably the best defense in the league. They picked up a great running back in the draft. They just picked up a great receiver. Josh Allen is only going to keep getting better at quarterback. I just, to be honest, bro, I think it's gonna be a very low scoring game, like a 13-10 type of game. But I just don't see us winning this game. I think Buffalo. I think they're a year ahead of us in the process, and I believe that they pull it off, man, in Vegas. I
Yeah,
really
yeah,
do.
yeah. So I got us the same. I got us the same way. Kind of going back to the Josh Allen thing. Uh, for I don't know, I don't know if you play fantasy a lot and or like DraftKings, but he was one of the top quarterbacks, on certain weeks.
Yeah,
For fantasy football. Not that it means anything to real football, but he's a pretty solid, quarterback. I'm not gonna say he's an elite status, but I mean he made some plays last year, and he got their offense clicking,
yeah.
and their defense on the other side of the ball, like you said, is probably the best
Best
in the
defense.
NFL.
The dude
Between
can run. The dude can pass. He has an arm. I mean,
Yep.
I think our defense, this is the first year they're going to be all gelling together. It's a new defense. I feel like our defense is going to be top 15, maybe even top 10. But I just don't see. I feel like Buffalo's gelling right now, man. The way they ran over Dallas last year, the way they ran over certain teams, Buffalo was nice, man. They almost they damn near really almost won that playoff game, bro. I mean, they if they wouldn't imploded, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
they're
just
solid.
I just it could be a close game. To be honest, it can go either way. I got
I
Buffalo
see.
winning.
Yeah, I again kind of going back to what we were saying. I see them taking I believe it's the AFC East. I
East,
see them. Yeah, I see them taking that whole division now that Brady's
easy.
not
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
in
Landslide.
so,
Okay.
so
I
okay,
got
so
us three. I got us 3-1. You got us 2-2.
I got us 2-2 at this point. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
KC. We're going to
Okay.
Kansas City.
This is
I
in.
think this one's pretty easy, right? I think it's pretty easy, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
there's
got.
not really
I
too
mean,
much to say.
no. To me, it's we have to prove ourselves playing cheap.
In Kansas
And
City, where Derek Carr doesn't win.
yeah, so this is my thing. As much as I would love to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to beat the Chiefs, the Chiefs may be the best team in the whole NFL right
I mean,
now. I
they are
mean,
the champs.
I mean, one them being the champs, and then just like if you go back to that AFC Championship game last year when they were playing the Texans and they were down 24-0 and came back and was like scored like 50 plus points within I think it was like a quarter or two or something like. I
Bro,
mean, it was you
insane.
know it was crazy. It was crazy. So to me, them beating, the Niners how they did, they're super clutch.
Yeah.
Andy Reid is a monster.
Offensive genius.
Obviously we all know. Yeah, obviously we all know about Mahomes. As long as Mahomes stays healthy, that team is going to be a team to reckon with for the next decade, right? I mean,
Yeah.
um, so my thing is we got to prove ourselves with them, bro. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got us
yeah.
losing. I got us losing that game. I got
You
us
know what's
losing.
crazy though? Because Kansas City's defense is pretty weak. I feel
Yep.
like it could be a shootout, but I also feel like it may be like a 55-30 game. You know what I'm saying? Like it may be a crazy game where we score a lot of points, but we just lose because Patrick Mahomes is that good.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. The thing is even if you score on them and like you go up a lot, that like they're so easy to just like
Put up
they like
21 on
score
you.
at will.
Yeah,
It's almost like you're playing like Patrick Mahomes is playing a game of Madden. Or like you're
yeah.
it's just
The shit
it's
ain't fair, bro. It ain't fair.
fucking
Um,
crazy.
okay, so I got us at 3-2. You got us at 2-3 going into the bye week.
Yep, going into the bye week.
Okay. Then we come
So
home. We come home Sunday night, man. We play against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
yep. So I got a it's kind of an interesting game, right? It's gonna be a Sunday night football game. Obviously you got Tom Brady over there, Rob Gronkowski, you got Bruce Arians as their head coach. Okay,
Godwin, you got Mike Evans, you got
you got
all them
Godwin, Mike
weapons.
Evans.
Yeah,
Okay, so their offense is stacked, and
yeah.
I'm interested to see how Tom Brady is going to adjust in Bruce Arians' offense. Um, but honestly, this is it's going to be like I said, it's going to be Sunday Night Football. I got us winning this game. Another kind of interesting thing is, we're gonna be in Vegas. We're gonna be now the Vegas Raiders. and Chucky's playing against his
Tough
old
one.
team in the Buccaneers,
Yeah.
in which he beat us, X amount of years ago in '02, and so it's just kind of a
But the only reason that he went to Tampa Bay is because pretty much of that tuck rule shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So it's crazy how it works out.
yeah.
I
But
got us, bro. I got us winning this game too. I feel
I
like
got to.
and let's be honest, bro. That's week 7. Brady's he's 40. What, gonna be 43? I feel like, bro, like he may not even be healthy by that time, bro, because that offensive line is not great. You see,
Yeah,
Jameson Winston. Jameson Winston was getting murdered last year, bro.
yeah.
A lot of those turnovers were on him, but there was a
Oh
few
yeah,
that wasn't because he was getting his ass handed to him.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and that defense, bro, I just don't believe in it. They were coming together a little bit at the end of the year. Their secondary, I don't see it. And we got too many weapons on the offense side of the ball. I feel like
yeah,
we take that dub, bro. At home under
yep,
them Sunday night lights, we get that
yep,
dub.
yep. So
Okay.
that's honestly that's the first W in Vegas that I got us getting. So at this point, I got us at 3-3. After the bye week, coming in
I
and
got us four and
playing
two.
Tom Brady.
I got us 4-2.
Yeah.
Okay. Week 8,
Okay.
going to Cleveland.
Okay.
This can be a tricky game, bro. This can be a I mean, on paper, Cleveland is pretty much one of the
Yeah.
on paper, Cleveland is one of the best teams in the league. It's just they can't get the
Yeah.
shit together.
That's what I'm saying. So okay, so where? Okay, so what? I'll let you take this one. How do you foresee this, and then I'll come in and have my couple comments
Um,
about Cleveland in general.
I feel like Cleveland has all the firepower to beat us, but I feel like their kryptonite is going to be Baker. I feel like he's going to make some mistakes, and we're going to capitalize on it. I feel like there's going to be another. Like, remember how Eric Harris last year got those interceptions against Phillip Rivers? I got a feeling it's going to be an Abrams or somebody like that. Trayvon Mullen come in and grab 2 or 3 interceptions. It's going to be one of them games because Baker's going to make some mistakes. And that's what I feel like is going to happen. And I feel also that their offense is not going to connect because you got 2 wide receivers that demand the ball a lot. And I feel like one of them is going to be crying like a bitch. And I feel like that's going to really take away from them. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I got us winning by a touchdown. Nothing crazy. You know what I mean? I feel like it can be a close game. It's on the road. It can go any other way. But I got us winning this game by a close one. Close game.
Yeah. Yeah. So with me, I also got us winning this game, but I will say this: the Browns are one of the more intriguing teams to me. Last year, it's one of those things where it's either this year it's going to confirm that they're a fluke, or they're going to prove everybody like this is the year for them to prove either they can make something happen or they're gonna go into shambles, right? I mean, the one thing that they have Chubb in the backfield. They got Hunt from the Chiefs,
Bruh,
and so
if
they got
he
a
can stay healthy,
backfield.
if he can stay healthy and stay out of trouble, bro, that's the best running back duo in the league, bro.
Yeah.
Like, easy.
So I'm just curious to see how they come out this year. This is kind of this is kind of make it or break it year for just their team in general.
Yeah.
And so but I still got us winning this game. At this point, I got us.
Once again, this is a trend. Their offensive line, like, they're not a great offensive line. You know what I'm saying? It's like Tampa Bay. Just their offensive line doesn't hold up like that. We got the Saints where they have a great offensive line. We play Indianapolis later, who has the best offensive line. Like, that shit matters. And I feel like Baker's going to be rattled because I feel like Mad Max is going to go crazy. I feel like Klee is going to be a lot better this year. And I think Littleton, man, at linebacker is going to get a couple of them sacks too and have his QB spooked. So I think Baker gets rattled, man, and I feel like we get him by 7.
Yep. Okay.
So at that point, okay, I got us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got us at 5-2. You got us at 4-3.
I got us at 4-3 at this point.
Okay. Now we're going to LA, which is a home game.
I got us. Yeah. So they don't have Phillip Rivers anymore. They now have, I believe, Tyrod Taylor is their starting QB.
And he's nobody to be afraid of.
I'm still suspect about their head coach just in general. and I don't think they have Melvin Gordon. I like Austin Eckler a lot. I think he's a solid running back, but I just, their defense is solid. They got Bosa, and I
And
think they're gonna
Ingram.
have Derwin James coming back. So
Yeah.
yeah, and they got Ingram on the other side too. So their defense is solid, especially if Derwin James comes back healthy. But
And they also grabbed Kenneth Murray in the draft, linebacker from Oklahoma, which is a beast. He's going to be a huge pickup for them also. I feel that their defense is going to be nice, but I feel like Tyrod's going to be running for his life. He's mobile, but also, like I said, following the trend. Their offensive line is not good. You know what I mean? So you got a mobile quarterback. Maybe at this time of the year, you never know. We may see a rookie in there. You know what I mean? So you don't know what's going on, man. You may see Justin Herbert in there. You know what I mean? So I take it as a dub, man. I mean, like, Gordon's gone. He's with Denver now. They have Eckler. I just don't really see anything too much behind that. They have some great receivers, but you still got to get the ball to them. And and 99% of that stadium is going to be black and silver. So
because that's like another home game for us in LA.
Yeah, that's a dub. That's a dub.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this next week we got the Broncos, and this is at home.
Mm-hmm.
Week 10. I'll let you take it, and I'm just gonna say one thing. I don't even know who's their quarterback, bro.
Their quarterback is Drew Lock. He ended the season. He ended the season on a bright note. He won a few games back to back and gave John Elway a little hype to feel like they got a starting quarterback of the future. I don't believe in the motherfucker yet. He didn't do enough for me, but I also know that they're improving their offensive line a little bit, and they have some weapons, man. They got Jerry Jeudy, they got Cortland Sutton, they got Noah Fant, they got some fucking playmakers over there, and they still have that defense. Denver's always gonna have a great defense. I feel like this can go anyway, bro. It's at home. It's in Vegas. I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna give up 2 games right now. I feel like we split it with them. I think we win this game in Vegas.
You know what's funny? Is I got a split with us too, or with them as well. But I got us winning this game, and then our Week 17 game, I got us losing that game for some reason.
Me too.
So I got us winning this first one with them, and then the last one I got us losing. But I know that's kind of going.
Hopefully in Week 17, it won't matter anymore. Hopefully we already locked in, and we don't have to worry about the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We both gonna say that's a dub. Okay, now this one right here, I may go a little left on this, but we're at home against KC. Can I take the floor first, bro?
Yeah, do your thing, brother.
Derek Carr, this is the make or break year for him. You have to beat Kansas City at least once.
Okay.
This is his moment. I feel like Derek Carr knows what the fuck this game means, and we come out guns blazing and we beat Kansas City. I feel like he knows that his career with the Raiders depends on this game, because Gruden is a quarterback dude.
Got you.
If you cannot beat KC, you're not going to do shit in our division. So I feel like Carr comes out smoking, and I feel like we win this game at home against Kansas City.
Got you. So for me, Sunday night football game, it's in Vegas, and I honestly, bro, not that I don't, want us to win this game, but until I know we beat them a couple years back, and I think it was like a Thursday night football game.
That's the game. That's the game you gave me a tip the tickets to.
Yeah. That's when I had my season tickets, and I gave them to you.
Yeah.
So, and it was one of the best games of the season, because of how our season went.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. Their offense is potent, bro. And unless this is the biggest question mark for me about our team, excluding Derek Carr and how he plays, is our defensive line. Okay. I need our defensive line to play. Like, I need that to be the best part of our football team, like outside of like our running game with like Josh Jacobs, right? If Mo Hurst,
salt and pepper with, Mad Max and fucking and Clean Farrell and
PJ Haskins.
PJ Hall, like and maybe Collins that we picked up. If our defensive line plays well, like how I think that they can play, our defense might turn very dangerous. Now,
yes.
if our front four can perform, I can see our defense just becoming superb at that point because everything starts at the line of scrimmage at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So the only way I see us winning this game, which I got us losing this game, is if our defensive line steps up, puts pressure on Mahomes, and that's it. It's just flustering Mahomes. You know what I mean? And that's it. But
so
I got us.
Pretty much what Brandon just told y'all is that Derek Carr just lost his job. I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm not saying that because with how I got us going, I'm not saying that exactly. But
okay. Well, let's go on to the next. We go into Atlanta. Now this is a tricky team, man. Last year they started off very bad, but then they ended the season on a high note and won a bunch of games back to back. Everybody knows Atlanta has a high potent offense. Their defense has been their Achilles heel for many years now. They picked up a lot of defense in the draft, but also Matty Ice is a year older. Julio's a year older. They just lost their great tight end Hooper. He's gone. He went to Cleveland. They picked up old boy from Baltimore, the tight end. I forgot.
They picked up Gurley.
Yeah, but I feel like Gurley gonna be hurt by week 12, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope he's not. You know what I'm saying? But bro, when you got knee problems, that's very, very difficult to get through in the entire season, man.
Yeah.
But shout out to Gurley. I pray to God that man gets through that whole season and gets his guap. But I feel like their defense is still weak, and they're like I said, they're a year older. I feel like we go into Atlanta and we win, man. I feel like we get a dub. It may be close and it may be a shootout, but I think we get them by at least a touchdown.
I got us winning this game too. I like the Gurley signing by them. If he can get back to being healthy, I think he could, really add something, to their offense.
They have a great offensive line. They have a great offensive line too. So I mean, he has a chance.
But kind of like you're saying, Julio Jones is one of those, surefire picks in the fantasy leagues and stuff like that. I know they went to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, but I feel like, them along with Drew, Drew Brees is a lot older, but like as they get older, Matt Ryan gets older and Julio gets older. I like Ridley as a, number two receiver. I think, he's a solid number two. So I do like him, but I got us winning this game too, bro. I got us going in there and beating them at home.
Yeah. I feel like Atlanta had their window and it's closed.
Yep.
All right.
So moving on to week 13, we got the Jets, and one thing I will say is last year, I think we were
smoked. We got our boots smoked.
We got our fucking boots smoked by halftime.
Yeah.
It made me sick. I was literally like,
yeah, bro. I know. At that point, I knew our season was over. I knew where it was going.
That was the defining game of our season, and that I hate to say that, bro, but as soon as that happened, yeah, bro, I knew our season.
I knew it too, bro. And
it made me. I was like, all right, fuck it. Next year, like, I'm sick of doing that shit. I think the Raider fans deserve, like, true Raider fans. We got no more patience, bro. Like, it's been, excluding one season, 15 plus years, basically, that we haven't fucking done anything. And so I'm like, I got no more excuses, like, for the organization in general, right? Like, us fans, we deserve a winning season. We deserve a playoff spot.
And with you and by you saying that, we go into New York and we blow them the fuck out.
Yep. I do got us winning this game. I got us winning this game.
Le'Veon Bell couldn't run the ball behind that line last year. It seems like they never have any receivers. They just grabbed old boy from Baylor in the draft. It's just their offense ain't scary, man. Sam Darnold's a good quarterback. It just doesn't have enough around him. The defense is always good. The Jets always have a good defense. Jamal Adams is an all-pro safety. He's a beast. You got to watch him back there.
Mm-hmm.
But we know Carr is he's gonna pick his poison, man, and he's not gonna go deep on Adams like that. You know, we do that little dump off type offense, man. You know how Gruden loves to do it. So I don't feel like Jamal Adams is even gonna get a chance to do anything crazy. I got a dub, man. I feel like by at least 2 TDs.
Yep, I got us winning that game as well. But like I said, we got our fucking boots smoked last year, so
Smoked.
you know we need to come in there and blow them out.
Straight the fuck up.
So week 14
At home against a rival and an enemy in Phillip Rivers.
What do you got us? What do you think's gonna happen?
I feel like Rivers is past his prime.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he has a few weapons over there. I like the boy Michael Pittman that they drafted in the second round in the draft out of USC. He's a beast. He's gonna be a great receiver for them. I know they got Ty Hilton still too. Ty, you know what I'm saying? They got an okay tight end. Their offensive line is great. They have a few running backs. They don't really move the needle, but they're okay. I just don't. I feel like Phillip Rivers, man, if you see him the last couple of years, we're Raider fans. We watch him damn near twice a year.
He had a lot of picks last year.
That arm is a noodle, man. It's a noodle arm now, bro. Like real shit. Like I just don't see it, bro. Like the shit he was flinging, it just looked crazy, bro. I don't, unless they can get that running game under wraps, and I see a dub, bro. I really do. I see a dub. I like how we played them last year, and I feel like in Vegas, around this time, week 14, every game means something. And I feel like we're both going to be in a hunt at that time, and I feel like we're going to come out more hungry, man. So I got us taking that dub.
So real quick, let me grab my charger, and I'm gonna give you my win or loss on this. Let me grab my charger before my shit dies. Hold on, give me 1 second, brother.
Bet. Yeah, man. For y'all who watching or whatever, you already know, man. It's your boy Graphk Raider, man. The views expressed here, Graphk Podcast. We're gonna start doing more of these Zoom meetings. I know it's a little cloudy, man. You know everything, but you know. In these quarantine days, we got to work with what we can. You feel me? So, you know, my brother's a diehard Raider fan, man. So, you know, we always talk Raider football anyway, so we might as well turn this into a segment. So we're going to start doing this every week, man, just to let everybody know, you know, keep everybody updated with our team, whether it's stuff like this, transactions, everything like that. We're going to keep y'all in the loop. You know what I mean? And me and my bro always going to talk every week about this type of shit. But go ahead, bro. Go ahead, brother.
Here we go. So, yeah, so week 14, it's in Vegas. I got us losing this game. The Colts are always one of those teams for us that, you know, I don't know that I remember. I believe it was the last time we played them.
Remember, bro, we beat them the last 2 times we played them. Carr broke his leg. We still beat them. We played them last year. We beat them again.
I'm pretty sure it was like a year, maybe 2 ago, where their running back went off on us. I forgot old boy's name. I could have swore we lost to them though.
No, we beat them, bro. We beat them in 2016, and we beat them last year.
I don't know, man. I got us, you know, I got us losing this game. Yeah, bro. I got us losing this game, bro. Phillip Rivers coming in. Obviously, we got a whole new defense, so I can't say he knows our defense and he knows our scheme, you know. But I had us picked to lose this game, bro. This game.
Bro, I'm not mad at you because this game can go either way. This is one of them games where it's like I feel it can go either way.
Yeah.
And Phillip Rivers isn't going into a new system because this is the same coach he had before in San Diego, so he's familiar. You know what I mean? So he's literally stepping in, knowing what the hell the whole offense is. So it can go either way.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay, so
Thursday night, short week, Thursday night. Chargers in Vegas. I got the dub. I got a dub.
I got the dub. I got the dub too.
All right, we can just keep it moving. So we already talked about them. We can keep it moving.
Yeah, because honestly, bro, like we kind of got their number, and until they can, it's one of those things where kind of like how we are with the Chiefs. until they can prove themselves to like beating us, like, you know, a couple years back, the very last game in San Diego I went to when we beat them, and I'll tell you what, it was like a Raider home game because
always
three quarters of the crowd probably they were all Raider fans, you know, at least 2/3, if not 3/4. So
the thing is, bro,
and I know that they're I know that they're
we're in their heads. We're in their heads.
Yeah. And I know they're in LA now, so it's a little bit different. But I mean,
but they don't have fans out there. They don't got no fans out there, bro.
They don't. They honestly should take themselves right back to fucking San Diego.
And then they still hardly have any fans. But yeah, I hear you, bro.
they got old retired people, you know, that are their fans, and the old folks home. Go. San Diego.
Man. Dub. Fucking dub. All right. Next week at home against Miami. Let me add real quick. Miami had a great free agency period. They grabbed a lot of good guys. They had a great draft. You know what I'm saying? They got Tua. They grabbed a great offensive lineman. They got some weapons, bro. I mean, they're not ready yet. Let's just that's the reason why I have us winning this game. They're not ready yet. But they have 2 lockdown corners, bro. Like fire. You know what I'm saying? So if we got to run the ball against Miami, bro, we got to run the ball against them. If Jacobs can go for one of them 150-yard games, and we just keep the passing game short, we could dog walk them boys. But them boys got 2 nice corners, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So this is my thing outside of that. They got 3 quarterback situation where they got Rosen, they got Tua, and they got Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
Now, we know Fitzpatrick can come in there every once in a while and maybe win a game, but then he's not going to win other games, right? He's just kind of a plug-in and, you know, see if he can make something happen. And then you got Rosen, which I feel like with Rosen,
I don't think Rosen even makes. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think Rosen makes that roster, bro. I think they would trade him somewhere.
So with Rosen, you know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, man. And
you gotta rest Tua. You gotta let Tua sit for a year. Let Tua sit for a year.
And then you got Tua. So to me, it's just there's a lot of competition in the quarterback's room. I feel like that's gonna bring a lot of confusion to the starting lineup, right? Obviously, they're gonna settle down with one person, but it's just one of those situations. It's just one of those situations where after they settle in, if that quarterback starts losing, the team will lose faith or the fan base will lose faith, and then they'll want somebody else to be throwing it.
Yeah.
And that is going to put whichever quarterback steps in there on the hot seat. And so, to me, until Tua's ready or, you know, they can, you know, get settled in on which quarterback that they're going to rock with and that quarterback can get in the system and feel comfortable, there's just dysfunction there, you know that, and then they're, you know, outside of their 2 corners on defense, like their defense isn't all that to me. So
I feel like this is another tank season. I feel like they're gonna have Fitz play this season. I feel like Tua's gonna sit, learn, heal up. You know, let that hip heal. I feel like next year they're gonna be in the top 5 again. They may go grab that boy Chase, the receiver out of LSU, because he's a fucking beast. And then next year you put it together with Tua and him, and then you have a team where you could build off of. I feel like this is going to be an easy win. I feel like we really just kind of dog walk them. Another boot smoking situation. You know what I'm saying? So
get your fucking boot smoked.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and then we both already said that.
Yeah.
You know?
So week 17, you know, I got us at an L. You know, I think you said the same thing as well. So I don't know where your record is exactly. I know where mine's at, but
what is yours?
I got us at 10-6 right now.
Okay, 10-6. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got us at 13-3, bro.
Okay.
No, I know that's crazy. I know it's crazy. I know it's
So the
crazy.
only losses you have is you have one loss to KC, and what other losses you got?
I got KC,
One
Buffalo, KC,
and one.
Buffalo, Denver. Those are the three.
That's it.
But
And so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You got us winning the AFC West too?
at that point, right, for 13-3, I mean,
Because I got us at 10. Like this is how I look at it: 10-6, and we're coming in at a wild card. We lost both games to KC, but we get a wild card berth.
okay. No, I like that. I like that. To be honest with you, to be fair, I may be a little extra on a few of these. I know that New Orleans can go any other way, can go anyway. I know that Indianapolis game can go either way. So I mean, either way, you could take them two from me. I still say 11-5. If anything, I feel like we don't go any lower than 11-5. That's just where I'm at with it right now. But we'll see where we are in week 2. When we play against New Orleans, that real first talent-based, we're like fire-ass team, then we'll see where we are. You know what I'm saying? But there's gonna be 2 games, bro, that we always you end up like it's a trap game. You know what I'm saying? So to be honest with you, we may lose one to the Chargers. You know what I mean? It's just it can go either way. But just what I'm looking at on paper.
I mean, how I look at it is like because I got a split with the Broncos. Like we may be able to win both games with the Broncos, and we may be going 11-5. You know what I mean with how I got it, right? And then and at the same time, like because I got us losing to Kansas City twice. I would love for us to come in there, either one. I mean, either game, one of those 2 games, if we win one of those 2 games, and then the Saints game, if I got us losing that game, but if
You froze up, brother. Oh,